mama with the red dress on, stiletto heels and the pink cell phone. Hey, pretty mama, if your time is free, have a half a cappuccino with me.
There you go.
Hawaii.
The jazzy Hawaiian.
Yeah, Hawaii. However you choose to do it.
The music doesn't quite fit our theme today, but we'll get back to that.
Yeah, we're cool. All right. Thanks for coming on the show, you guys. You're Sharon and you're Liz. Liz Zemke and Sharon
Kelly.
Kelly, right.
Sharon and Liz are from Central California Amputee Education and Resource Group. They're here by invitation to let people know what it is they do and the needs we have in the Valley, and simply to let people know, people who are on the verge of having amputation or faced with that decision, that there are resources available here.
That's great.
Liz, Sharon, would you like to pitch in here and tell us more about the group?
Let Liz first.
Okay, I'm Liz and I'm a nurse, and I've been a nurse for 44 years. And I became an amputee 20 years ago as a result of an accident, and kind of had to choose to go amputation or reconstruction, and chose the amputation and never regretted it since.
Wow.
But in facing that amputation, we face a big unknown because most of us haven't been amputees before.
Right.
So it's a lot of fear, and there are a lot of questions to be asked, and we wonder, if there's somebody out there. We hope that there's somebody out there, so we kind of fill that gap.
Fill the gap.
I would think I would be an absolute terror. I would think, and I speak to that.
That's
true.
That's the usual.
That's the usual.
It's like facing a black hole.
Exactly. That's a wonderful way to describe it. My own experience is because of the diabetes, which I had already been diagnosed with when I was 10 years old. That's how I lost my lower limbs. And I am what is termed a bilateral BK, meaning bilateral, two-sided, BK, below knee amputee. So, as a result of that, when my amputations did happen, which were not simultaneous, however, I was in a black hole because I had no one to tell me anything. Those of you who may be amputees, either upper or lower limb, may have already experienced some of this and know what I'm talking about when I say the help from the medical community is rather lacking, to put it delicately. So
you didn't have anyone in your family
no one to
that
talk
had
to.
gone through this before?
Absolutely not.
And the medical people didn't seem...
of no help other than
But now we have someone
medicinally.
in medical who
now
is
we do
helpful.
have some.
we have
Yeah.
Liz who has
Thank
started
goodness.
this, thank goodness.
Right.
And it was just luck of the draw that I met Liz and got wind of her as the amputee support, and that went from there.
That's marvelous. Tell us about your organization and what the aim is, the mission, and it's okay to repeat the name multiple times because people need to hear it. I need to hear it, so I remember.
I got the Central California Amputee Education and Resource Group started as a support group. And we started out down at Community Hospital.
Tell the audience where you're located.
Well, now
We're
we're
not.
located sort of through San Joaquin Valley Rehab Hospital, and that's where we have our peer visitation program in full force.
We're in Fresno, California, as is Liz, and Sharon is right on the edge, lives right on the edge of Fresno County in Madera County.
And we get referrals from doctors, from hospitals, from family members, from amputees to be, from just about anywhere. They come in from everywhere. And now, with a call saying, my mom's going to have an amputation and the doctor told me to call you. Or the hospital told me to call you before I have the amputation, that I need some information. Or sometimes we'll get a call from a doctor or a podiatrist, and they're seeing a bad wound that's likely to go and be an amputation, and the patient is scared to death and does not want to face amputation for what, Uncle George had an amputation and isn't doing well or is in pain, and that's the perception they're coming in with.
What are some of the questions that you hear from the people that you're in contact with?
Okay, well, yeah, you can answer too a lot.
More than a few.
Yeah.
Where is what they want to know. Where do I go? Who do I talk to? How come nobody told me this before? Why didn't I hear this from my doctor? Why didn't I hear this from, well, how come the prosthetist never said anything like that? I didn't know this group even was here. Gosh.
And a lot of people think that the doctor himself is going to make the leg. And am I going to be able to wear a leg?
Right.
Where do I go to get a leg?
Can I drive?
How do I go about getting a leg?
And there's different kinds of legs.
Oh, yes.
And there's different concerns if the cut is below the knee or above the knee.
Certainly.
Absolutely. That's night and day there.
Different.
Really? So what kinds of, you're saying there's a lot of legs, kind of different.
These are all custom made.
Custom.
Show us your leg, please.
Cool.
These are not made. These are not bought off of a shelf. You don't.
There we go.
Go
Let's
and
see.
pick out at Kmart
OTC.
your local
There we go.
leg.
So look,
That's
I could
a
put my
beauty.
hand around this.
We have another
Oh,
one.
wow, look at this.
Well,
No.
okay.
Okay, cool.
And we're both below the knees, and that's probably easier.
There you go. Take it off, baby! Take it off!
These are custom made for you to fit your leg.
Cool.
And then they allow us to get back down to the ground, and they allow
Right
us, once we're back down to the ground, then we can walk.
So it doesn't take very long to take them off, huh?
No,
I mean,
not once you're used to
and
it.
I saw you walking in today.
Yes.
But you have both legs amputated. So
Yes.
how do you explain that? I mean, do you still balance kind of the same, or is it a little different?
It's different. You have
It
a lot
is
to
different.
learn.
You have to practice a lot, or
Oh, yes.
okay. And
I have a disadvantage simply because my amputations are not equal.
oh, okay.
They're not at the same level.
So she's getting messages to her brain from two different levels on the leg. So if
Okay.
it's here on one leg and it's down here on the other, so when she touches ground, it tells the message that she's this long,
Right.
but she's only this long
So I
on
don't
this
think
leg.
we can see that part of the camera.
You
could
probably
we see
can't.
That? I guess no, we could see it. So because like one
Because
cut is
she's-
there and the other one's down there.
It's telling
It's
the
processed
brain,
in the brain.
that she's uneven, and yet her legs are even.
So the brain is going to try to compensate for you
Yes.
being uneven. Right.
So she will.
Gosh, so you have to be kind of a magician to figure this out, right?
Yeah, I have it easy. I have it
Because
easy.
you only have one.
I
right?
only have
Right,
one.
right.
I get back down to the ground with my leg makes me even, and
Yes.
I can just walk. So most people, I think the magic of our visits is that we walk through the door, and I'm usually wearing long pants, so
Right.
you don't see that
No.
I'm an amputee.
Right.
I walk through the door and I say, "Hi, I'm Liz, and I'm
Right.
a nurse."
Right.
And I don't have a right leg either. Or I don't, I'm an
right.
amputee
Right.
also. That usually doesn't sink in yet until I sit down, I take my leg off, and then they think, okay, I get it.
You seem so normal.
You are,
You know?
exactly.
Right?
And that's their usual
That's the
response.
usual
But I saw you walk through the door.
Right.
You don't walk like you're an amputee. Oh, well, okay, thank you. I walk,
Yeah.
you know,
I
work,
wouldn't have known.
I work hard
Yeah.
at that.
No.
So that's the key, and it changes their perceptions. So even if they were scared and fearful, and they have all these questions about the unknown future, they get it. And I'm real.
We give them hope.
Yeah, you
is
really
what
are.
we do.
Yeah.
We give them the hope. We show them by example.
Yeah.
This can be done. Look what you can do. This also. This is not the end of your life. You are as able to get on with the getting on as the rest of us. There's no reason for you not to be able to do what
Exactly
you did,
what you did
before.
It's amazing.
My philosophy is very uncomplicated. It is, I don't consider myself as having a disability. I'm not disabled. I'm not disabled. I'm a bit inconvenienced now and then.
Right, exactly.
It is an inconvenience, but it is not a disability.
Wow.
There's something
Yeah.
we try to get across to these people for their own mental health, their emotional health, to get them to see that yes, it's not the end of the world.
Wow.
Keep on keeping on. Get
You
on
guys are
going.
amazing.
There's a lot
And it's a
of
relatively
You know?
short
It is.
recovery point,
Yes,
because
it is.
from the time that they have surgery until they go to acute or they go to acute hospital for 2 or 3 days, you know, after
Or
the
rehab.
surgery, then they hopefully go to acute rehab for a week to 10 days. They're at home generally for less than a month before they are fitted for their leg.
Wow.
So we're looking at 5 or 6 weeks
Wow.
till you are back on your leg, and then it takes a little
Yeah,
while to
practice.
get used to it and practice with it and work with it, just like it does any tool that you're working with. But that's relatively short when you compare it to maybe 5 to 10 years of dealing with wounds
Right.
and wound care and trying to heal it, and then
That's right, trying different
reconstructing the
things.
legs. And,
Yeah.
Yes.
So what is that? You have a
Well-
picture. What is that?
It's not the hula.
That's not the hula. That's not the hula.
It's not the hula. This is Sharon dancing. This
Oh,
is
cool!
Yay.
Wedding reception of a
Yeah, I don't know if we can
nephew
get that
of a
on
dear
camera. It's
friend
pretty
of mine.
small, but the bottom line
Okay.
is you
we
can
dance.
actually
You
be
can dance.
normal, basically. is
And
what
this-
you're
Yes, you
saying.
can.
And this is a really common question. People will ask, depending on what they've done in their lives, can I dance again? Can I get down and scrub
Right.
my kitchen floor? Can I
Right.
get down and play with kids? Can
Kick
I
my
drive?
dog.
Can I do this? Can I do that? And this was one thing Sharon had always wondered
That's
about.
right.
Can I dance? Well,
There she
living
is.
proof.
Plus, now she's famous because she's the one on the brochure.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
So, girl, you are,
That's it.
you know, you a star, girl.
something
You know what I'm
that
saying? That's good.
people, one of the major concerns is how am I going to drive? I only have one leg.
Right.
It's very simple. It's no different than driving with both legs, actually.
Mm-hmm.
There are adaptations which can be made for your vehicle to allow you to drive. What they call a left foot accelerator.
Yeah, I have a left
Oh,
foot accelerator,
wow.
so
Because
I
your
can
right
drive
leg,
with my
your
left
right
foot.
leg was amputated, so now you have a left foot accelerator.
Right.
Mine are both amputated, so I drive with hand controls.
Right. And I've seen those before.
And it's
Yeah.
marvelous. It
Marvelous.
allows
Yeah.
us
I
our
have-
independence
I
again.
happen to know Sharon has a sports car. That's adapted.
Wow, you can
Yes, I
drive a
do.
pretty fancy car then. There's no limit. You don't have to drive some
Whichever
ugly
one-
old nasty car.
Whichever one you want to
Great.
put the hand
Don't
controls
have to.
in.
Love it.
And,
Marvelous.
May as well do it with style.
might as well. It's the car
That's
is
awesome.
nearly as old as I am, but it,
But it looks
It's
good.
faster.
Yeah.
it is faster.
That's awesome. So let's see how much time we have. Michael's got to keep us to no time. We have no time. Okay.
All the time.
Sorry guys, we have to cut to a commercial, but why don't you stick
a
around? We're
pleasure.
going to do more hula dancing with Peter
Okay.
afterwards,
Yeah.
okay? Thank you, guys. We're going to show and prove to you, the listening person out there, the one person that watches the show, that we can dance and do the hula even if we're amputees. I think you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for coming.
Hooray for us.
Yay!